AI is completely transforming the way we research, write, and even validate academic studies. Today, we're diving into two of the most powerful research AI tools, Logically.app and Scite AI. If you ever wondered which tool can actually save you time, organize your research, generate summaries, or even check the validity of sources, this video is perfect for you. And by the end of this video, you'll figure out which tool will help turn your research chaos into some organized brilliance. Let's get it. So let's start off with, what is Logically? At its core, Logically is designed to cut down the time you spend digging through the academic abyss. It uses the best available AI models to search across research papers, data sets, and databases, and it hands you results that are actually relevant. The interface is very clean and intuitive. Like, we can go over its 4 main features right now that guide you through the entire research process. So number 1, we have the document writer with its auto-suggest feature. So this writing tool bundles the best parts of Word, Google Docs, and Evernote into one workspace. It helps with grammar, translations, summaries. It also handles citations, and also with the auto-suggest feature, it suggests what to write based on your notes, based on your sources. You can summarize text, paraphrase text, change the tone, and with over 10,000 supported citation styles, it automatically generates bibliography to pro version, so it's everything you need in a writing tool. Next, let's talk about Logically Reference Manager. You can throw like messy collection of references into neat folders, slap on tags, and all of your files are organized in no time. Everything is tracked, labeled, and exactly where it should be. Next is the file annotator. So if you've ever wanted to argue with your own research paper, now you can. You can highlight text, you can leave sticky notes, draw boxes, and also enable the Ask AI feature to make things fun and ask like, what does this actually mean, and you can ask your PDF to explain maybe like a graph, you can summarize wall of text, or define a word. Okay, and lastly is the Logically Research Assistant. So Logically's AI Research Assistant can help you get your research done more efficiently with its 3 different models. So we first have the document retrieval mode, which conducts research based on your uploaded PDFs. Semantic Scholar mode suggests the best papers across over 200 million peer-reviewed research papers, and Google Search mode gives you access to the most relevant, up-to-date articles on the internet. That was like a basic overview of what Logically is. Now let's get into what Scite AI is. If you've ever stared at a wall of citations wondering, okay, but does anyone actually agree with this study? Scite AI gets you. Scite AI is basically a go-to research tool for anyone who wants their citations with like a side of context. Instead of just telling you a paper's been cited 537 times, it's like, cool. So what? Scite's standout feature, Smart Citations, tells you actually how it was cited. Was it backed up? Was it name dropped? Was it argued with? So with access to over 1.3 billion citation statements and partnerships with 30 plus major publishers, it helps researchers cut through the noise, dodge questionable sources. So it's especially great for checking research reproducibility and figuring out like which studies are actually still standing under scrutiny. So its 4 core features are its report page. This tool kind of shows how many times a publication has been cited. Each citation is labeled as supporting, contrasting, or mentioning using Scite's deep citation analysis. Next is the reference check. So once you upload a PDF manuscript, Scite scans your sources for retractions, editorial notes, and red flags. So this tool kind of ensures your citations aren't quietly sabotaging your own work and your own claim. Next is advanced search. With this tool, you can sift through millions of publications and find out whether a study was supported, challenged, or simply mentioned. You can filter by how it's cited, where in the paper it's cited, or even if it comes with an editorial notice. Lastly, custom dashboards. It kind of reminds me of a social media site in a way. You can organize your files into streamlined control panels. You can drop in a list of DOIs, and Scite will show you how these papers are being cited across the board. So you can see trends, red flags, even tables sort of above by citation type. So if you're a very like analytical person, statistical person, it's great for you. Let's get into a detailed side-by-side comparison of these 2 research tools. Today, we're going to focus on 3 key parts of the research process: responding to prompts with AI, finding and presenting academic articles, and storing and organizing sources. So to put both tools to the test, I tossed them classic bio question: how does the structure of a protein affect its function? And both Logically and Scite AI came back with solid, peer-reviewed answers, but the way they delivered those answers, very different. So let's get into it. For Scite's response, Scite's free version only gives you 3 prompts. So I did the free trial, and the AI response came with a neatly summarized report here, complete with hoverable in-text references showing how each source was cited, supported, mentioned, or contradicted. It also offered a thorough explanation of how protein structure affects function. It also let me create citations and save everything to a custom dashboard for later. One thing that immediately stood out for me was how customizable the assistant settings are. You can tell it what to do, pull pull from abstracts, stick to peer-reviewed articles, use a specific AI model. So I really appreciated I was able to filter sources by whether they're supporting or contrasting, and I could also put the AI findings into a table view, and I'm a very visual learner, so having the option to ask the AI to lay out its findings in a table of custom columns for things like summary, citation type, or relevance made research feel a lot more manageable. Now let's go on to Logically's AI response. So when I tested the Logically Research Assistant using Semantic Scholar mode, I asked the same question I gave to Scite, and within seconds I had an AI-generated response and a list of peer-reviewed papers ready to back it up. I really admired the way Logically organized the answer. Instead of throwing dense paragraphs at me, it broke everything down into clean bullet points, each with a clear explanation of how that level of structure impacts the protein's function. At the end, it gave me all my sources just right for me, and when you clicked on the citation, I was able to access several features where I can copy the full citation, upload a paper to my reference manager. Super streamlined. Now let's get into literature search results comparison. Both of these tools just provided the search results that supported the AI discussed above. However, both softwares have a very unique way of presenting the search results. So let's get into Scite AI search result. So on the right-hand side, Scite provides a references column and a search strategy column. The references column shows the references cited in its initial report, including the amount of times the reference has been supported, contrasted, and mentioned. Scite also offers a search strategy column where you can view the searches the Scite Assistant ran to find its references, including the top publications it used to draft its initial response. However, even though it is helpful to view the assistant's process, the publications consulted was simply just a lengthy list of links, which I found a little difficult to sift through and organize. But here's kind of the catch of these links. The references it gave me were very niche. They were very high quality and clearly relevant, and most of them were very hyper-specific, like this one sentence is backed by this exact paper kind of specific. So it's great if you're digging into a super niche topic or building out a very particular argument, but not so helpful if you're just trying to get a broad overview of a topic. So it felt like I was getting very minute puzzle pieces to a very much larger picture, but with no picture on the box. Still, I did appreciate the transparency and the fact that the AI wasn't just throwing random citations at me. So on my initial search, Scite ended up providing me 10 references and a gold mine of 60 publications through search strategy. However, you only received unlimited assistant chats and full text search through the paid plan. We'll get into more costs later in the video. Now let's get to what Logically did for its search results. Logically presented its search results directly below with the AI-generated response in a collapsible Semantic Scholar section. So when expanded, it displays each result with the title, citation, details, references, and a direct link to the open access PDF, making it easy to quickly review and access to supporting scientific literature. So when I clicked on this little button in the view column, it pulled up the same interface you'd get if you clicked on a citation in the AI's answer, which I really liked. It let me see the full citation details and instantly add the source to my Logically reference manager. Also, every time you use the AI Research Assistant in Semantic Scholar mode, you get a full set of Semantic Scholar results at the bottom, so you're never left wondering where the info came from. To me, what really set Logically apart was how relevant the sources were. Logically actually gave me sources that stayed on topic, and the sources also stayed loyal to its answer on protein structure rather than some random tangents about related molecular theories I did not ask for. Let's see how both these tools now organize sources. So let's first start off with Scite AI's dashboard. The Scite AI dashboard reminded me a lot of a social media account for business, as I could share my curated list of findings straight to platforms like X, Facebook, or LinkedIn. The dashboard itself is super data rich, and it broke down the types of citations I saved, so my supporting ones, contrasting, and mentioning, and it flagged any editorial notices. And one feature I didn't really expect but appreciated was the author breakdown, so it listed every author from my saved articles and showed how many publications they contribute to in my set. Exporting was also super flexible. I could choose exactly what I wanted to include and download it in RIS or CSV format. Now let's go on to Logically's reference manager. I can create folders and subfolders, then tag each references with keywords. Each source comes with all the essential bibliographic info, so title, author, date published, etc. And I could hover over the source to automatically generate citations for me. I could quickly view or download a file, export or generate citations in seconds, move it into folders, assign tags, and even launch the article in an AI chat. With your references in Logically Reference Manager, you can also ease the pain of writing by signing them directly in the Logically document writer, which is perfect because I could just get start on my writing. You could use the auto suggest feature, summarize, change the tone, and just get start on my paper directly in the site. And with my Logically file annotator, I can start annotating, highlighting, chatting with my doc right in Logically. So instead of just collecting papers and hoping they made sense together, Logically actually helped me actively connect the dots in real time, which in turn helped me make more informed decisions. So now let's go on to costs. For personal use, Scite is $20 a month, which includes Scite Assistant, full text search, dashboards, contextual citations, reports, and alerts. Other than that, you get a 7-day free trial before that, and so the free version is very, very limited. And if you want to pay annually, it's $12 a month. Logically has a very robust free version. You basically have access to all products, access to most features, standard AI models, 5 AI commands a day, auto suggestions a day, chat messages a day. So you get access to all their tools just on a lower scale. But I think this is great because if you don't want to make an investment and you can just try out the tools, try out every day if you want, you get 5 per day, and you also get 500 megabytes of storage, all for free. They have one other plan, which is the unlimited plan, so that's $12 per user per month, billed yearly, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and for students, it's a 50% off discount for basically unlimited AI auto suggestions, commands. But I think this is a really great deal as you get all the features just for $12 a month, and if you're a student, you get 50% off that. So it's a pretty great deal, in my opinion. So which tools should you choose? If your goal is validating research claims, Scite AI is unbeatable. However, if your goal is researching, writing, reading, summarizing, organizing, annotating, Logically will be your best friend. Honestly, the perfect combo is to use both. Use Scite to verify studies and Logically to turn them into a well-organized, citation-backed paper. That is the full comparison between Logically and Scite. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more AI research breakdowns. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.